Hey, Don's fans. I am here with Raushan Gultekin. She's a transfer guard from Salt Lake Community College, graduated from USF in 2017, born in Turkey, but lived in Lund, Sweden. Rao, you played 2 seasons at Salt Lake Community College, helping the Bruins to a 53-14 record. The squad earned the consecutive Scenic West Athletic Conference titles to reach the NJCAA National Tournament. You were also named a third-team All-American. One of the things that happened to you that was a blessing was being mentored by this amazing coach at the community college. And, there's a lot of great coaches at the D1 level, but there are some tremendous ones, at community colleges, D3, D2. And let's just talk a little bit about Coach Betsy Specketer, recently reached 500 career wins. Talk a little bit about her and her mentorship.
Junior college coaches and D2 and D3 coaches are definitely underestimated, I'd say. I realized from day one that Coach Speck was a really good individual. She really took care of me, made sure I was good in all circumstances. She coaches with so much passion and pride. She really teaches you how to work with a chip on your shoulder, I feel very blessed to actually know her and have her in my life and actually to be mentored by her. Yeah, she will definitely always have a big place in my heart.
That's awesome. And then, you transfer to USF for your junior and senior year. And one of the things that you mentioned that was huge for you is that you learned about time management. Tell me a little bit about that and how important that was in your life.
When I got to USF, I really realized that I've been lacking a little bit and I need to pick this up, I always used to be the late kid, but realized that it's kind of a disrespectful thing to do. And it's a must quality to have in life.
Well, here's what I think is funny is that you were always the late kid and now you're the one that's trying to teach time management to other people.
Yeah, I mean, in Turkey, I don't know what time they're on, but I'm trying to teach people out here how to be on time. And I remind them 1 hour earlier, like, hey, are you getting ready? Or, and then when I see them, I actually, if it's a close friend of mine, I try to teach them what Coach Stars and what Joey taught me, I mean, it took a few meetings for me to really understand, like, I'm blessed to be in this position. Please embrace it, appreciate it.
Well, and then one of the things that we found out about you that was a total surprise was that you actually have this great voice. You're a singer. You came out on senior night and you sang the national anthem. So where did that come from?
Yeah, lovely experience. My mom actually has a very strong voice. I think I got it from her. And, it's always been a hobby for me. I always sing in the shower, always when I'm alone, I sing, but, and I never had any voice lessons or anything. But what you don't know is that I actually sang it at Slick first, Salt Lake Community College. And I surprised everyone there first, and then I wanted to repeat that at USF. So, and I remember everyone was so nervous for me. They were like, "Hey, Rao," I remember Claudia. She's like, do you really know the lyrics? Like, not even I know it. I'm like, yeah, don't worry, I got it,
Say, does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Well, you mentioned your mom, and she had 8 children. Okay, you are one of 8 kids. That's crazy. And I know you're very close with them, but especially your sister, Maria, who is a fantastic professional basketball player. Just talk about that relationship with Maria and kind of how she inspired you.
I think we grew closest because we share the same interests. We've both been working very hard to get where we are, And Maria actually broke the ice for me. In our culture, well, at least in my family, it's not very common that a young female leave the house and move not only to another country, but to the other side of the world. But my sister left the house when she was 15 or 17, I think. And I remember when I signed the contract for Salt Lake Community College, she was the first person I called, and I said, hey, I just signed. She's like, okay, congrats. And we both just started laughing, and I said, hey, what do I do now? And she said, what do you mean, what do I do now? You call dad and you tell him. And I'm like, hey, Maria, can you help me? Can you talk to him for me? And she's like, no, Raul, it's time for you to, grow up and stand up for yourself. I've done it. You can do it. So in that way, she's been very inspiring for me, still inspiring to me.
I think another thing that brought you together was you creating this Lund Skills Camp. Tell me a little bit about that, working with youth.
Me and my sister got together, decided to make a skills camp for the youth in our city where we grew up. We had about 3 weeks to prepare and didn't know what to expect. We were happy if we got 10 kids coming, but we then ended up having like 30, 40 kids. Got great feedback. We even got like individual messages saying like, hey, our kids are in the backyard and doing the moves that you showed them today. And that brought pure happiness. It was so cool.
Why is it important to have females leading skills camps?
Well, I think there's not enough female leaders out there. At least I know that when I grew up, there wasn't a lot of people that I looked up to, except for my sister, of course. So I think that's one of the reasons why we actually did the skills camp. And we wanted to show that if you really put your mind into something, you can do it. And to not, make your voice heard and go places that you want to and really follow your dreams.
That's great. So let's just talk a little bit about your pro career. I mean, you've been in Turkey, you've been on 2 different teams. One of them currently is Istanbul University. Your team comes in second with 20 wins and 6 losses. Just talk about that experience being pro now.
My dream after playing college basketball was to then become a professional basketball, and I'm finally doing it. So that's a very huge blessing. Coming from the States to Turkey was a real surprise for me. After practice, people go home to their families, to their husbands, and I go back to my apartment, and that's one of the things that I really missed about college basketball. Like it's not a family unit, like now you're pro and now money's involved. So it's all business now, I mean, I still do it for the love of it. And I feel like I have so much more to give as a basketball player. And I'm not gonna quit until I really reach my peak.
So Raul, we've talked a lot about your sister and how much she's inspired you. And I hear that she's actually in this room with you. So Maria, come on real quick.
Hello.
Hello, Maria.
Hello.
Okay. So Maria, what are some of the things that, you would tell your sister and how she can have a long, productive career, such as yourself going into your 9th season?
So Raul will call me after games or whatever, and our conversations is mostly about the mental part. So I just tell Raul, just worry about playing basketball the right way and just trust your instincts and believe in yourself. Whenever you get an opportunity, take it. And, one game, you're going to explode, have a great game. And, I tell Raul, she says to me sometimes, it's unfair, whatever. I say, Raul, you have to earn your respect. You have to come out there every game and, produce. You have to become the scorer, especially in this second league that we play in. It's all about, you have to score, and then when you reach a higher level as Super League, then you can take on a role as a real point guard, pass the ball, whatever, because then people know your qualities. But as for Raul right now, she has to just get through this mental hurdle, And once she's there, I told her, what, everything's going to be so easy, because once you get there, you're not going to care about anything. You're going to be so focused and tunnel vision. Nothing can touch you,
I love it. Yeah. And then one thing, Raul, that you'd want to tell your sister right now. anything about what she means to you.
She means the world to me. And vice versa. I don't say this because she's my sister, but I literally don't know what I would have done without her. Like, she's been such a tremendous, role model for me. As I spoke about earlier, she broke the ice and helped me in a lot of ways.
Awesome.
And
Well, and I wish both of you the best. I hope you have very satisfying careers, and thanks so much for spending some time with me.
Thank you
so much.
Katie.
Thank you.
You.